Hi, I'm Virginia and I've been a medical writer and content creator since 2020. So I've created the ultimate guide to medical writing to help people like you become a medical writer. But to see if it's right for you, let's go through a few things first. I'm going to go through what the different types of medical writing are, my career as a medical writer, what you need to become a medical writer, and where medical writing can take you. Then we'll have a look at what's inside the Ultimate Guide to Medical Writing course, what type of course it is, and if the course is right for you. So what are the different types of medical writing? So there's the regulatory writing, where they deal with clinical trial documents and helping medicines go through the approval process and get to market. There's medical communications, known as medcoms. So they usually work after the regulatory medical writers have got the medicine approved, and then you've got to then go into marketing and advertising. So medcoms is also part of marketing. And in marketing, you do something called copywriting, including social media, and that's what I do. And then there's also academic writing. You can publish in journal articles and other publications. You could work as a journalist as well. So maybe you like attending events or conferences, or you like reporting on the news. And there are also opportunities to write for educational textbooks or create courses and resources for people who are healthcare professionals or scientists, and they can use those resources for professional development. So medical writing looks like this. Usually a client will provide a brief, or you go and attend an event if you're doing journalism and reporting. And then there'll be content design. So how are you actually going to create the piece of content? Is it an article? Is it a video? Then you'll have to research evidence and regulations and maybe some user research as well. So I've done that in the past where I co-produce videos and easy read guides for patients, for example, and have to go and actually speak to real patients. And we talk about their problems and how we can use information to solve that problem. You can also write for different audiences. So you can write for patients, you can write for the public, you can write for healthcare professionals and scientists. You might also be producing sales material for a sales team. And you'll also need to be able to interpret and compile information from lots of different sources. So it involves a lot of writing, editing, publication, repurposing information, and also reviewing. So has your work actually had an impact or achieved the goals that you wanted it to? So what has my career as a medical writer looked like so far? So in my portfolio, I've worked with quite a lot of big brands, very big brands, and also small ones too. And really proud of everything that I've achieved to help people with their health, because that's one of the main reasons why I do medical writing. So I switched from being a pharmacist to a medical writer because I moved abroad to Germany because my husband got a job out here. And so I had to do a complete start from zero career change. And so having the opportunity to actually build my portfolio and work with all of these amazing brands like the World Health Organization, YouTube Health, the NHS, the UK Health Security Agency, Economist Impact, the London Clinic, the Patient Information Forum, L'Oreal, which owns CeraVe and La Roche-Posay. I've also done some writing for Geeky Medics and Perrigo, which manages brands like Beckinase that you may know from over the counter in the pharmacy, and also Asda Online Doctor, which is an online doctor service, and Pharmacy Magazine. So I've done a bit of journalism as well. And so the breadth of brands that I've had to work with has been amazing, and it's all been through everything that I've built up to this point. And this is what I teach in the Ultimate Guide to Medical Writing. So this is me speaking on stage at the YouTube Health event recently in 2025 in May. And I had a really good time speaking about the regulations around working with UK medical brands as a content creator, as a writer as well, and a video creator. And it's so important to know the regulations because you don't want to get in trouble, and you also don't want the brand that you're working with to get in trouble either. So what do you need to become a medical writer? Well, you need to understand medical English and science and down to the technical details as well. So what your expert skill is being able to understand all of these technical terms and then translate them or digest them and reform those ideas and maybe create new things But most of the time, you are going to be repackaging things, and then you're going to be forming them for different audiences. So patients, the public, healthcare professionals, maybe a sales team, maybe even an advisory board. So you need to identify credible sources of information, and I show you how to do that in the Ultimate Guide to Medical Writing course. And you'll also learn regulations. So in the UK, we have the ABPI code, the PMCPA case studies, and also the PAGB, which is the consumer code. You need to be able to structure clear and concise documents, and you may need to work with teams to complete projects, including other writers, managers, and maybe a designer as well. So you need to be someone who enjoys learning, and you enjoy also using a variety of software. So you're not just going to be working with a Word document or a Google Doc all the time. You'll be working with lots of different things. So where can medical writing take you? So writing is a crucial skill, and there are a variety of clients and potential projects that you can work on. So your writing could be the foundation for a podcast, for a video, for storytelling, and maybe for speaking. You may be fact or evidence checking things or editing them. So I did some fact checking and evidence checking as part of my Economist impact work, where I worked on the NHS.uk information website, where millions of people access that information every single day. You could also help with your writing by building a community through newsletters and campaigns. So a campaign is when you create lots of different types of content to attract a certain audience and build a community and help that community. And then you might also learn how to do AI prompts. So how can you learn to give proper instructions to a AI machine or software that can actually output what you need it to? And you can do that concisely and precisely. And then also you may be involved in the development of new tools as well. So companies are building their own AI, for example. So what's inside the Ultimate Guide to Medical Writing? So it's a 12-course package, and there are different phases for the different courses. So the first phase is teaching you some core medical writing skills. So we'll go through medical copywriting for beginners as the first course. The second one is regulatory medical writing for beginners, so showing you the regulations. And then also the beginner's guide to SEO for medical writers, so search engine optimizing what you write. Then the next phase is you've got your foundation of skills, so how do you attract clients? Well, you need to learn how to build a medical writing portfolio, how to create a website, and then also how to set up your LinkedIn to attract clients and recruiters in the first place. So what kind of things should you post? What should you have on your profile page? And then also on your website, you need that because you need to create an offer page, and you also need to have another space for people to go to where they're not distracted by other potential maybe LinkedIn pages or other websites. So your website is something that you need to own and you have complete control over. So if your LinkedIn page disappeared tomorrow, at least you can direct people to your website. The next phase is actually how to find work. So you've built up your portfolio and your website and you've got the skills, and now you can find clients as a freelance medical writer. And maybe if you want to go from being freelance to having employment, then you can actually find out how to get those employment opportunities too. So then I go through how to ace your medical writing interview and how to pass a medical writing test. So once you've found the client or your potential employer, then they're going to want to interview you and test you. And there are specific things that you need to know as a medical writer to pass those tests and pass that interview too. Then once you've achieved becoming a medical writer, you've got clients, you've got money coming in, how do you actually manage your finances and how do you master your work-life balance as well? So I go through exactly how to do all of those things. So there are also 2 bonus courses, which I'm really excited about, and nobody's ever written these for medical writers specifically before. So this is very, very new and exciting because there is a demand for videos right now. So I created a course on how to write scripts for health videos because that's my expertise. And I worked with big brands like the WHO, the NHS and YouTube Health, and also the UK Health Security Agency. So I've also created a course about design and Canvas skills that you need to know because often I've worked with lots of designers and you'll have to create your own social media posts and also make sure that your portfolio looks good and your website looks professional too. So it's always useful to have those skills in addition to writing. So is this course right for you? So who can benefit from this course? This course is for aspiring medical writers who want to learn new skills that they can use for life. So by becoming a better communicator as a medical writer, you can use that skill everywhere. So it's also for people who want to change career or work from home or while traveling or maybe being abroad like me. So I live in Germany and I travel to the UK for work sometimes too. And maybe you just want to try something new to make extra money. So that's totally fine too. So learning a skill is the best way to actually earn extra income or to switch career. Healthcare professionals and scientists can benefit from this course. So this includes doctors, nurses, pharmacists, dentists, and physiotherapists, and other allied healthcare professionals. And ultimately, you will learn how to write about health topics the right way and get paid for it. So what type of course is this? So you can learn from anywhere at any time with this course because it's digital. So you don't physically need to go to a place to attend it. You don't need to travel. You can just open your phone, open your laptop, or open your tablet, and you can start doing the course. So there are easy and straightforward videos that you can watch. You can download PDF resource packs for each course as well. And you can access the course through the Thinkific app or through the Thinkific website. There are assignments to help you practice what you learn, and you'll get feedback directly from me, Virginia, on all of your work to improve your skills and help you stay on the right track. You also get lifetime access to the course, which includes all future updates. So ultimately, why would you do medical writing? Well, you want to use your skills to help people with their health. And so when I transitioned from being a pharmacist and working with people face to face in community, I really wanted to continue doing that. And so now I can do that through writing and through video as well. I also maybe might want to go into helping medicines and medical devices get approved. So there are some people who really enjoy the thrill of working on the documents to actually analyze clinical trials to make sure that medicines and medical devices can actually get through approval processes and then help people with their health. You'll also be repurposing your skills as a scientist, so everything that you learn in your degree won't go to waste. And maybe you just want to enjoy structured work and some creativity. So especially in the pharmacy, I don't know if you can relate, but I would have the phone going off. Somebody wants to speak to me at the same time. Maybe someone's scheduled an appointment to get a vaccination. So it seemed like a little bit of organized chaos, but I really enjoy that I can kind of take things at a bit of a slower pace. Yes, I'll have multiple projects and multiple clients, but it means that I can organize my time and I know what my deadlines are. And then if something comes up, it's also not the end of the world. I can ask for an extension or I can explain the situation. So there's a little bit more leniency when you become a medical writer or you're working in the creative industry. Ultimately, you'll also love to learn and you'll find it easy to adapt and solve problems. So when you started your degree, for example, you didn't know everything and you were there to learn. You were prepared to invest your time and energy and then learn something new so that you could have a career that's going to last you a very long time. And medical writing can be that for you. So if you're interested, I'd love to speak with you and you can check out the link below and I hopefully will see you on the course. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.